Okay, my favorite quality about Josh is that I know that anywhere I bring him, we are going to have a good time. We are bound to laugh endlessly and come out of the experience with plenty of inside jokes to refer to.
My first impression of Josh was when I met him this morning at like 10 a.m. and I received probably the warmest and longest hug that I have received since the start of this pandemic a year and a half ago. So it's a pretty damn good first impression, I'd have to say. Yeah. Love Josh.
Okay, I'll start. Hi. How I met Josh was I used to babysit him, so there you go. And we were neighbors and lived across the street from them for years. So I've just known him since he was like 3. So yeah, so here we are.
Funniest experience with Josh, he was actually our, I want to say like flower boy at our wedding. He wasn't that, but he got all the gifts together. He was probably like 11 years old or 10 years old or something. So
yeah, he and Jessica both sat
to think
at
about
the
that
table.
now is probably the best moment, I think, when I think of Josh. So
Yeah.
we love you, Josh.
Happy birthday, Josh. We love you.
So my favorite quality about Josh is definitely his authenticity. He doesn't give a shit about what anybody thinks. I think that's just very refreshing. He's a very refreshing person to be around. So.
And then I'm going to share a standout memory with Josh. So he probably doesn't remember this, but so back up, we're cousins. So we go back all the way to early childhood. I can't remember how old we were, but he came to my house and I was wearing a bikini and he tells me, "That's immodest. You should not wear that." So it's just funny. Fast forward to think Josh Pedersen told me my bikini is immodest and I shouldn't wear it. So that's my standout memory that I have of Josh. So yeah. Happy birthday, Josh.
My favorite quality of Josh is attention to detail for things like this. Look around. It's insane. Down to the silverware, the flowers. his quality, his attention to detail is impeccable. What about you?
Thank you, Danny. Josh is hilarious. So he's very witty and just a quick quip. He can make someone laugh. That's something that I love a quality about him.
So my first impression of Josh was at a Halloween party, and I thought honestly he was the weirdest dude I've ever met in my life. I'm gonna be dead serious. He approached me as if we were best friends for years, and I've never met the guy. He was like, "Danny, I've heard so much about you, blah blah blah," and I didn't think much about it. I actually left, never even honestly caught his name, and he messaged me on Facebook after. And he's like, "Danny, it was so good to meet you. I think we're gonna be best friends." And I was like, "Dude, you're so weird." Sure enough, 10 years plus, we've been best friends, so he was right.
First impression, I was doing summer sales with this guy, and Josh, the first thing that he made fun of my socks. They were ankle high white Nike socks, and I'm glad he did that. Yes.
He did.
To this day, he still does it. So, it was a great impression. He's a funny guy. But yeah, like Danny said, and all these years after, still good friends. So.
My first impression of Josh, I don't remember, that was a long time ago, but one of my favorite memories was of Josh, and I've already said this a million times to him, but going to the nude beach, running around, frolicking the nude beach. Katie Stevens' mom was there. It was a good moment. Your turn.
My first impression of Josh, before I knew him, there was a rumor in middle school that he vacuumed his bed. And I was like, who is this boy that vacuums his bed? In middle school? Anyway, I met him in PE, Mrs. Lowe's class. Rest is Eileen Lowe. And he didn't want to get his new shoes dirty that he just bought. And he asked Mrs. Lowe if he could sit out for flag football. And I was like, this kid's got it going on. He got out of flag football. But yeah, no.
We love you, Josh.
We love Josh.
We love you.
All the time. You're a great friend.
I remember the first time you came to my house. Yeah. Well, we were in 6th grade. We were in the 6th grade. He came over and he was just complimenting the house. My mom was so flattered. I think she liked him more than I did.
It's a very dated house. I didn't mean any of it.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's when I knew he was a good liar. I remember the very first memory I really have of Josh was in 6th grade as well, when he couldn't stop talking about his watch. He had this watch on, which I swear was total BS about how much it cost. Like, he kept going on and on and on about this watch. It's like the first time I really remember Josh. Yeah, not much has changed.
Best dress.
We love you, Josh.
I want to be on. I'm on. First impression of Josh was that he was an Abercrombie model. All he wore was Abercrombie all across the chest, Hollister,
Yes.
popped collars. He was two of them. Two.
I remember the double, yes.
The double.
Yes.
He's always been the best, nicest.
That's hard. That's like twice as expensive.
Today on KHQ News, yeah, we have Josh Pedersen's birthday. I don't know very many other males that I would travel 1,000 miles for to go to their birthday. Do you, Zach? Let me know.
Damn, Cole, I guess you put it that way. I have traveled 1,000 miles.
It's actually over 1,000 miles if you want to get technical, but I'm not sure.
1,050 as the crow flies.
Happy birthday, Josh. We love you. Oh my gosh, Josh.
Josh.
We love you. This is for you, Josh.
This is all for you, baby.
Josh,
Happy birthday, Josh.
Things that I don't know that I
Whoa. We're cutting.
So mine was how did I meet Josh, and I'm actually his first cousin. As you can tell, this is where he gets his style from, is from me. But I didn't always have style, because when I was young and I first got to know Josh, he actually made fun of me for the clothes that I wore, because I shopped at places like Walmart, Old Navy, stuff like that. And he told me that I dressed like a homeless person when I was 7 years old, and it affected me dearly. So I love you, Josh.
I didn't like him.
Okay, here's what I love about Josh. He's fun, he's exciting, he's hilarious, he's energetic, he's enthusiastic. He's the biggest diva I know. And yet, underneath all of the fun and the excitement, he's deep and he's real and he can get authentic with you and he can really share himself in a way that makes you feel connected to him. And is he going to be watching this? And I love when I get to see the real Josh. Unfiltered, unaltered. I love you, Josh. Happy birthday, brother.
So, the last memory I have with Josh is I was wearing a cute bikini and he said he liked my bikini and he said, "Where'd you get it?" And I said, "Shein." It was $12 and he said, "Don't tell people that." So, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I'm even here. I asked to be here. He was in my hot tub and I gave him a vivid memory of how he's never invited me to any of his parties. I thought it was rude, yet he was sitting in my $100,000 hot tub. That was rude. So I was like, it's funny. Your birthday's coming up. I still haven't got an invite. The next day I got a text. It was an invite, and so I'm here. Happy birthday, Josh. I love you. Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, when I first met Josh, was in the 5th grade. I accidentally scuffed his Doc Martens, and I got sent to the principal's office because of Josh in 5th grade. That's it, though. I still love him. He's the greatest. And
Still his friend, mainly because he's a cripple and he got kicked out of New Zealand.
that's it.
So I can't even remember when I met Josh. I feel like we've just known him our whole lives. So lifelong friends. To Josh.
Happy birthday, Josh!
Okay, my favorite memory of Josh is when he got me absolutely hammered at 6 o'clock in the evening, and we danced to the same exact music that he just heard in the Netherlands when he was dancing underground. Do you remember that?
No.
The Albatross
No.
song? It was good. It was good.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible. It was terrible. That's not my favorite memory, but listen. All right. My least favorite memory of Josh is when he showed my girlfriend his penis, and it was 3 times the size of mine. 100%. No, being honest.
We were naked and afraid. We were naked and afraid when we met him.
Never. He's not funny.
Thank you, Josh Pedersen, for being nothing more than exactly what you are. So thank you for me and everybody else around here. For Mad Dog and Miss You, I just don't know. And Shane, back behind those count. Shane is badass. That's all I gotta say. Shane, back behind. Come on, Shane. Turn it around. Turn it around, Shane. What do you gotta say? What do you gotta
Say, Shane. Hey, Joshy. I appreciate all the experience we get to have together, man. It's even this right now, right, is really cool and unique to, I think for a lot of people, especially for myself, and I appreciate it, man. It's cool. I have a really good time, and I'm super appreciative of our friendship, and I love you, man. Happy birthday.
My favorite quality about Josh is how he gets it in the gym. My favorite quality about Josh is how he gets it in the gym.
3 words to describe Josh would be fun, fabulous, and extravagant, and everyone could say the same.
So one standout moment with Josh is when we were staying in Seattle with him, and he had my wife in bed with him, and he smiled at me and said, "I'm the lucky one tonight that gets to sleep with your wife." So that was a good time.
First time I met Josh was over at my friend Matt's house, and he proceeded to ask very provocative questions about me, and I did not like him. I did not want to be friends with him. I didn't want anything to do with him. So it took me about 3 or 4 times before I finally realized people actually like this guy. So I give him a chance. And as the years have gone on, I've started to like Josh more and more, and now I consider him one of my best friends. So, love you, Josh. A lot of people see Josh and they see the fancy clothes and the fancy trips and the fancy hair, the fancy makeup, the fancy diamonds. My favorite moments were with Josh or when he would come over late at night and he'd watch Cops in my basement with me. And we'd laugh at the white trash people of America. Those are the moments I'll always remember with Josh. Not that he's dead, it's only his 30th birthday, so to many more years of fancy clothes and watching Cops.
So we're at Lake Powell. Josh has been out with us for a few days, and we're cleaning up the boats, getting ready to go home. Jess is out there helping us.
We're cleaning the Intrepid boat, and he's out there helping me. And I hand him some cleaning supplies, and Josh willingly steps on the dock.
And he reaches...
Full attire, head to toe, dressed to the nines, perfect boating.
Reaches a tad too far, falls in the water. Unexpected falls in the water. And I want to laugh because it's pretty funny when someone reaches and falls in the water.
It's the grossest dog
But at the
water.
same time, I felt really bad. I felt guilty for laughing.
We all didn't know what to do, so we all froze, and he hops out of the water, climbs up onto like this spider-ridden docks, and he's like, "It's okay. I have so many outfits inside." And we're like, "Oh."
But that's what we love about Josh. He rolls with the punches. He takes what's given him. He lives in the moment, and he's the best.
Cleaning the boat in the best attire ever.
But he had lots of outfits, and it was no problem.
It was perfect.
Perfect. All right. Josh and I first met in 6th grade at Desert Hills Intermediate School, and we were both in Rogers and Bulow's class. And something that's so true to his character and form is I might remember him more than almost any other classmate, as he just makes an impression on anyone. So that's something about our first met and his character in general. Even as a 6th grader, I knew Josh and remember him very well.
Josh, happy birthday. You are one of my best friends, and I honestly don't know what I would do without you in my life. You push me to be out of my comfort zone all the time, and you're just a really good person, even though you're kind of a little shit at the same time. But I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing birthday. Mwah.
Happy birthday to the most eccentric, stylish, and talented guy we know. You set the bar so high. We love you, Josh. Happy birthday.
We love Josh because he's so cultured, but he's an absolute asshole at the absolute time.
Same. She's gonna get pregnant later.
Happy birthday, Josh. Love you. And looking forward to next year. Hey.
Hey, Josh.
Happy birthday, man. Cheers.
I've kissed Josh 3 times. I should say enough. He's sweet. He's honest. He's a lovely man. And I love Josh. I love you, Josh. Happy birthday.
We did not start out friends. I knew who you were, and I think we both intrigued each other because we both knew each other's secret, which was that we were homosexuals. But then we became friends in the most weirdest way later on in life, and I don't even know how it happened, but I'm so grateful that it happened, and we had such an incredible experience together, and we've enjoyed each other's company, and he's such an incredible soul and human being, and we've connected in such a way that's weird because we come from the same background, but we're completely two different people. Josh makes me laugh truly all the time. Maybe when I dress him up as Dua Lipa, maybe when we did a silent disco with the SNL cast, or when he came to my birthday party that was 70s disco. We literally have so many memories within this 1 year, like this time capsule of a year. And I'm so grateful for them. And he's such an overwhelming white light in my life that I'm grateful for. And I love him so much. I mean, I can't say enough good things about him. I love you so much, Josh. Thank you so much for being in my life. And I can't wait to create more memories with you.
Ce départ tôt, notre rendez-vous au port. Bon voyage.
All right, this includes. Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Okay, so this includes both me and Malcolm. Favorite memory right here is when we went to Honolulu. Yeah,
Hawaii.
You went first, and we were like, "Oh, dude, let's go meet him out there." And me and Josh were talking about it, and then his family went out there. And we got Dallin Kyle and Matt Gibson to come with us. And we're like, hell yeah, let's go out there and meet Malcolm. So we went out there, and the last day we were there, we went to this dope beach, all of us, except for Dallin. Sorry, Dallin, because you had to go home early because you were worried about the flights. And we went to this shore break that was awesome, huge. I mean, it seemed like 15-foot waves, right, dude?
Dude, they were massive.
And so we were all getting our asses handed to us.
Like, the wave would come up, and you just come down and just pitted. So
Whoop-a,
pitted.
whoop-a.
It was like, whoop-a.
So gnarly, dude. Whoop-a.
Like, pitted.
Dude. So anyways, we look over and...
No, it's real.
It's real.
Damn it, this is real.
It's real.
This is
it's
real story.
Tell me, please, you're still rolling. Tell me, please, you're still rolling. So again with the whoop-ahs, and then we look over, and Josh is getting his ass pounded.
He gets leveled by this wave.
And then it like washed up on the beach like fucking beach. Oh, I'm
Like
sorry.
Shamu.
Freaking beachwood.
Like Free
dude.
Willy. And then he stands up, and his pants are down.
Clear down to his ankles. They're rolled.
His pants
Clear
are
down to his ankles.
He's butt naked, and he's like trying
And
to run.
he's running away from the freaking the wave, and he gets pounded by another one
next wave comes
and
and wipes
drifted
him out.
up, and he's
And I'm filming,
whoop-ah.
and I can barely stand up or breathe. And,
and he's filming the GoPro, and he's laughing like a little girl. I've never heard him laugh like this before, and he just keeps getting nailed and nailed. And there comes a point where I think he's enjoying it, and his butt's just out there for the world to see. And
Probably then scarred a few kids.
And then we had to pull him out of the water. He was gonna drown, and Malcolm went and grabbed him.
No,
and
that part's made up.
Okay, yeah. Now we're making things up. But that was my favorite memory of Josh, dude.
That's a
There's
good
so
one.
many good ones because he's so damn funny. But that
We love
moment
you,
in time,
Josh.
we love you, bro.
Just-
Thank you for
you
the
are
awesome memories.
One of a kind human.
Because every time we look back on that moment, we think of you getting your asses bound by waves. It was so awesome. Whoop-ah.
Whoop-ah.